they finally get John Andretti's car rolling toward the garage area after he made it back around, lipping around to pit road. Dale Earnhardt has caught Ernie Irvan.
Yeah, and there's not too much that Ernie Irvan can do. You see, he's right behind him now. And him skipping like he is up off that corner is just like you pull 2 plug wires off. That's about what it amounts to. That car just will not get up to speed like he wants it to. Watch Earnhardt close in now when they accelerate down the short chute here. See how he comes right up on him? It's like no defense whatsoever.
And Ernie knows that he can't do nothing about it. He's running for this championship, and only the 2nd time this year he's had any kind of problem. And he still looks like he's able to, if he can muster top 5 out of it, they ought to be satisfied.
Now he's right in the slipstream. If he can stay there, that'll pick his speed up a little bit. But you see Earnhardt stretching it out down the straightaway. That's too bad for Ernie.
And we want to make sure that everybody understands that Ernie Irvan has lost a cylinder, and that's the reason he is dropping back here.
Jimmy Hensley makes a final pit stop, and the White Rose Collectibles Ford. And there's Irvan, who will retain a healthy Winston Cup point lead. He came in here with a 163-point lead on Earnhardt. He just gave back 5 of those points with Earnhardt passing him.
Talking about Earnhardt just getting by. Just behind this little group we're looking at here with Earnhardt getting by the 28 car of Ernie Irvan is Jeff Gordon, and he's breathing hard on the back end of the 28 car now. It won't take him long to catch up and put him another position back.
You know, as slow as Ernie's getting, as you see this aerial view, it's definitely, you know, the 3 car is really pulling him down the straightaways. We'll have to monitor this because the reason he has lost his cylinder, he's either had a plug wire come off, he's broke a rocker arm, and sometimes that can trigger one cylinder to mess up another cylinder. So, you know, hopefully the damage will stay as it is right now and not get worse. You
may have seen them go by Darrell Waltrip there. Waltrip has dropped the cylinder, and he has fallen well back in the running order to 26th place. We asked Darrell Waltrip what makes the big 4 teams that have won all these races lately so hard to handle.
They've got the best of everything. They got the best drivers, they got the best crews, and they got the best cars, and they're just beating the rest of us real easily right now. Like I keep telling my guys, it's crowded down there where we are, but there's plenty of room at the top, and that's where we're trying to get to.
23 laps to go at Pocono. Bobby Hamilton has thrown the tread off a tire on the Kendall Pontiac going down toward the exit of pit road.
Yeah, a lot of scary things are starting to happen now. Bobby Hamilton has had a problem. We've watched, of course, you didn't see it at home, but while we were away at break, the Greg Sachs car really almost hit the wall coming off of turn 3. A lot of things are starting to happen right now late in this race.
There's Hamilton, and you see it looks like the left front is down on his car. Give him a tire change, send him back out. He is 26th, 3 laps down. Rusty Wallace with a big lead.
You see Russ letting the car go up a little bit high right now. You see what kind of lead he's got. 19 seconds over the 2nd place car. Rusty not really working that hard to keep the car on the bottom of the track right now. He's letting the tires do what they want to, keeping them cooler.
Jeff Gordon is really closing in on Ernie Irvan. When we get back here, the interval's down to about a 20-car length lead from about full straightaway. So he's really getting up close here. You see he's right on the back, and there's not a thing in the world Ernie Irvan can do, but just when he catches him, he'll pull right out and go by him.
Even as we speak. So that drops Irvan back to 4th place. And let's go to Glenn Jarrett, who is in Ernie Irvan's pit.
Well, Larry, we understand that you guys have lost the cylinder. What we're wondering about now, we know he's slowed a lot, but can he hold on and finish?
Well, you know, we hope that can happen. Of course, nobody knows that as long as they don't lose another cylinder or 2. Biggest thing we're doing now, we could come out of here real lucky on this deal. If we don't get a caution and only 10 cars stay on the lead lap, we could be real lucky.
Last thing you want to see is rain or a caution, right?
We do not want to see a caution. We don't want to lose another cylinder.
Okay, you hear it from Larry McReynolds.
Greg Sachs is on pit road, and Loy Allen just came limping past. He's dropped a cylinder, so is Darrell Waltrip. Last stop of the day for Greg Sachs. He's a little off the pit stop sequence of the rest of the lead cars. He's in 23rd position.
You know, I think it's very interesting. Even though the 28 car has lost a cylinder, it's not that he's losing so much down the long pond straightaway and the short chute. It's just that the front straightaway is really killing him.
The weather radar shows some severe thunderstorms. Well, actually, our helicopter pilot shows some severe thunderstorms on the way.
Kenny,
not too far off.
Kenny, you touched on something a while ago. Jeff Gordon's probably matured more in 2 years on the Winston Cup circuit than anybody I've ever remembered moving up like he has. He's really a sound race car driver now. Even with problems with the nose of the car, he's doing the best he can with what he has, and he's taking care of the car. He's doing a great job.
19 laps to go here at Pocono, and the rain's moving toward us as rapidly as Rusty is moving toward the finish line. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Pocono. 17 laps from the checkered flag here in the United Auto Workers General Motors Teamwork 500. Rusty Wallace continues to throw a lot of shoulder into that corner, a lot of right shoulder. There's a lot of turning with his upper arm.
I think what's interesting about Rusty, let's watch he does, is he has a characteristic where when he gets ready to shift, he cracks his wrist. That's one of Rusty always does that. I don't know if he'll do it again, but let's see if he does it. No, he didn't do it this time. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. That's a characteristics of my brother, that he's done that for years. It's a fidgety habit. He cracks his wrist. I don't know, to get it loosened up a little bit more, but he has always done that.
Well, Mike, as well as that 2 cars working, you can see that's not a stroll in the car. He's working that race car all the way around this racetrack. Everybody says, well, it looks like he's just doing anything he wants to, but a second ago, that elbow was up in the air. He was giving that thing a whipping through those corners. Rusty Wallace never relaxes.
Nope, and never lets up. He may have an 18-second lead, but he's not going to give it away. Ted Musgrave is 1 lap down after that stop for a flat tire. He's presently in 16th position, just ahead of Harry Gant. 12 different leaders, 20 lead changes, and Rusty's lead is expanding. It's Wallace, Earnhardt, Gordon, Irvin, and Mark Martin, the top 5. Dale Jarrett's back on the lead lap. He's 6th. Shepard, Schrader, Brett Bodine, and Michael Waltrip, the top 10. Michael Waltrip 1 lap down. Elliott's 11th. Petty is 12th. Mast 13th. Dallenbach and Strickland, the top 15. Then Musgrave, Gant, Todd Bodine, Terry Labonte, and Jeff Bodine, the top 20. Ricky Rudd's fallen to 21st, ahead of Bobby Labonte, Jeff Burton, Lake Speed, and Greg Sachs.
That car we're watching right now is Dale Jarrett. He is running 3rd gear all the way around this racetrack. Now, you talk about a valve train. That's got a good valve train in it, because he's having to turn the heck out of that car down the straightaway.
Although this is a team of its own, they are running Hendrick Motorsports engines. They rent those motors out through the year, lease them, I'm not sure, but it is a Hendrick motor in that car.
Darrell Waltrip told me yesterday that fairly soon his team expects to get into a motor lease arrangement with some of the other competitors. It's a good deal for both the team that rents the motors and the team that rents them out. They can try a few things and see how some different components work under race conditions.
Lou LaRosa, who is in charge of Darrell Waltrip's motor program, is a legendary motor builder who won Dale Earnhardt championships. So looks like they're getting themselves in position to sell some motors.
Mark Martin has caught Ernie Irvin as we watch Dale Earnhardt. Here we are at turn 1. Mark Martin in 5th.
He just got by Ernie Irvin at the end of the straightaway there. That's Dave Marcus, the 3rd car in the group there.
Now, Marcus is a guy who never stops racing. 29 laps down, and he stuck the nose right in there trying to take that corner away. He's another guy who never gives up.
I imagine that's the last thing that Ernie Irvin wanted to see, was somebody stick their nose in there and him trying to keep RPMs built up through the corner.
That's right. Irvin will fall to 5th. Greg Sachs goes by. And Irvin, rather, he goes by Greg Sachs. Dale Earnhardt trying to chase down Rusty Wallace. Got a long way to go to get there. Andy Pemberton in Dale's pit.
Let's see if we can get a quick word with Andy Petrie. Andy, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of strategy left. What would it be, gas and go, or what are you going to do?
No, we're okay on gas right now. Yeah, so yeah, we're just going to go to the end here.
That's all they can do. Rusty Walsh has got a huge, huge lead.
It's just go, and it looks like most of the leaders should be able to make it on fuel from that last stop.